For those of you joining me, happy Friday on Friday. Just check that to make sure it's relatively straight. Okay, I think that's okay. We're getting a little bit of the stuff to the side, but not too bad. So happy Friday, you guys. I only skipped 1 week, but I feel like I've been gone for a month. So not quite sure what that's about, but it is what it is. Tonight I'm going to scrapbook this newspaper clipping, and this is my mom and dad's engagement clipping. I went to look to see if I had any of the archival mist stuff. I thought I did, but it turns out I don't. So I'm not going to be able to spray this. If I think about it, I'm going to write myself a note, and I'll check out Amazon and see if I can get it there. And I'll just spray the papers and everything quickly. I meant to do this before I went live, but I forgot. So let me put this out here. Anyway, I'll spray the clipping. Then it's obviously yellowed. My parents this year would be married 60 years on November 3rd. So considering that this clipping is 60 years old, that's actually pretty darn good, I'm thinking. So my mom gave me a bunch of, I have my parents' love letters, really, seriously. Hey Tamara, happy Friday to you too. So I have my parents' love letters, and in the midst of some of this stuff, including in their baby shoes and stuff like that, I also got this clipping. And I did a wedding album for my parents because they didn't have a professional photographer. One of my mom's uncles took their photos, so I scanned them all, redid them, that kind of stuff. I'm not going to put that in this album. I'll just put it in my album. My number one album begins with a wedding photo of my parents. So I think I'll just tuck this in sort of behind as the next album. Because, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be, right? So I'm going to pull these out as I just saw them. I have this really lovely dish that was my mom's mother's, actually. And I like to put stuff in there, not including this, that I either is scattered or that I need to use up, that kind of thing. Right now it's pretty empty, but I do have these Studio Calico hearts. I used some wood stars not that long ago where I did this kind of a thing. I just used them on layouts until they were gone. So otherwise they sit in a box and I never see them. So then I was trying to figure out what to use for papers, and I remembered that I had some Creative Memories collections from this past spring that I knew I had not used much of. And even though this is very yellowed, this paper has a nice feel to it. It's not yellow or anything like that, but there are yellow elements. This is the National Scrapbook Day collection from Creative Memories for this year. And then, yeah, that's what that's called. Just wanted to make sure. And so I pulled a couple sheets of paper from that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. This is beautiful. This blue is really pretty as well. So maybe I can somehow do a couple pieces of that, maybe back this, that kind of a thing. That's cool, Sharon. Sharon says she has those love letters too. So I have not read my parents' love letters. My mom gave them to me right before I moved last year, and I just have not read them yet. And my brother and sister don't even know I have them, so it'll be fun to share those with them as well too. So I have embellishments in another collection which is called Endless Meadows, and I haven't used as much of that. But the paper, the floral paper, is very yellow, and it doesn't pop this newspaper article off of that. So that's why I want to use this collection. So I've got bees and flowers here, but that works with this more yellowy. That plaid would be kind of nice. I do have some cardstock from that collection, and I have green so I can pull them in, but I've got some blue cardstocks here, if I want to do something with that. I don't know that I'm going to. One of the other reasons I picked this paper is my mom and I both, or my mom, I guess I share this because of my mom. I have a love of flowers because of her, and so I kind of like the idea of scrapbooking flowers with her kind of engagement announcement. And then her dresses at the time were like versions of blue and teal almost. It's blue, but it's almost bordering on teal. So I kind of like the idea of this. There's a little kind of aqua stripe running through here, and then obviously the more purpley blue. So that's kind of where I'm coming from, thinking about this. I was just pulling this out to see, you know, should I border something here? I certainly could border it with a little bit of blue, and I kind of like the way that does it. I think I've talked about this before, but when I have an all over pattern like this, I almost feel like if I just use the sheet like this, the design runs off the page and your eye runs off the page with it. So that's why you find me often doing this kind of a thing. The other, those are busy patterns too. So then I'm thinking, you know, do I do this and then maybe a little bit of this green somehow, which I kind of like those together. I also have a darker green. I think that's a little too dark. If I blended the two together maybe, plus then now that I look at this green pattern kind of works with that one. There's ladybugs on this one, which is cute. Just kind of pulling things out here to see what I can find. Here's a more full sheet of that. That's kind of pretty. It's a dark green, but it's a fern, and it's not as dark as that other green was. So that could work too. So maybe, I'm not quite sure. This is one of those days where I just grabbed a collection and, in this case, not a photo, but an engagement announcement, and started, you know, getting ready to scrapbook. Okay, so I think definitely this background. So let's do this. The other thing, because Creative Memories papers are thin, it's actually nice to have a different paper for a background, like a cardstock background or something like that. And the reason they do that is because you actually, if you use the Creative Memories albums, you put your page on an album page, a white album page, or I think they do black too, but anyway. So that's why so I'm going to cut. Here's the other thing. When you use your trimmer with these, hold your paper down well, because mine just kind of buckled because it's so thin. So I'm going to trim this to an 11 1/4 inch box to start out. Hey Nancy. So I like that. It's not a huge border on this, but enough that you really get the idea of the blue here. There's more green on the back of this. I just noticed that if I wanted to do that. Now, I don't have any wedding embellishments left because after I finished my nephew's wedding scrapbooks and my own, I did a giveaway for people who were wedding scrapbooking, and I gave away that stuff. So I don't have that left. So now the question is, how do I do this? I would like to somehow set this off. I think this green is too yellow for that. This blue is really pretty. So that would be kind of nice behind there. Maybe, and it's not cut evenly here. So that's the charm, right, of old pieces. So I'm thinking that's going to emphasize how wonky it is, but maybe that's not the worst thing. So I'm thinking maybe this light green could go behind, then we do the plaid, then we add in this piece of blue. So, and yes, I'm going to use my ATG on the back of this. I don't know if anybody is ever going, in my family, is ever going to look at this announcement again, in all seriousness. You know, My nephews do love the scrapbooks. I've made them, but I don't know if they'll want them when I'm gone. And my grandkids' scrapbooks go to their house as soon as I'm done. And they're not related to my mom, so, because my grandkids are they're my stepson's kids, so I should have clarified that. That sounded bad. Okay, so maybe a little bit of that, some of this, and then, so now I'm thinking, what can I do for some sort of journaling piece? And I don't know that I have a ton of things that I could use. I'm looking at let's see, the Earth Laughs and Flowers, Lovely Sunsets. Here's like, just looking to see maybe I can border this. This one does not go with that specifically, but it is kind of nice. And there is a purple in here, so maybe I'll use one of these as a border on the bottom of that. I like this Happy and Memories. So I'm gonna pop those over there. And my parents were engaged in May, so using a spring collection is not the worst idea. This might be kind of nice too, this kind of leaf border here. I do like that one better though. Let's see. Blissful would be cute. Fresh Start would be cute on this. And then I have some floral stickers here. I have a really nice floral cluster here that I could use, so that might be nice. And I'm not going to worry if I get something close to the photo. I'm okay with that. Future generations might be mad at me, but it's okay. And I think Creative Memories is archival, so that should be okay. Now I'm just trying to decide how big I want to make this, because I do need to do some sort of journaling something. And I don't know, like I think an Ellie Studio piece, even in colors that would work, is just too, I think it's just too graphic. So a little bit too simple for this. I'm going to grab, I saw a piece I thought I might try here. But a lot of this is pretty graphic. Cherish these moments. That's a little too graphic there. Graphic being simple. Thought I saw something else that could work, but maybe not. Like, you know, the colors there are good, but it's just, this is more Victorian feeling, that kind of a thing. So that's why I'm saying I don't, this is pretty. That at least to me feels like with the scriptiness on it, like it might work a little bit better. Okay. So I'm gonna grab these other cards. The other thing I could do is go to my Maggie Holmes stash and see if I have anything in there that would work. Which is what I think I'm going to do. So it's just across the room from me. I'll grab it quick. And I said Maggie Holmes, what I really meant was crepe paper. And actually that's not a bad thing for embellishing. I just want to see if I have any pieces. I have lots of cut aparts to see if any of those would maybe work in here. I wouldn't need anything very big, really. And now that I think about it, my other cut aparts, let's see if I can grab those. So my die cuts I store in these cases, and then I do them in individual boxes. I need to get the second one. I need to relabel these because they're not labeled properly anymore. I've expanded some of mine and retracted others, so let me just grab some of these. These are good for collaging and that kind of stuff. So I'm just thinking, like this tag, I might be able to use something like that. And there are florals, so I'll grab those too. So this is all crepe paper and maybe Homes both. Okay. And let's see. All right. Just gonna pop that to the side. So looking for something that I can use to write on. So the greens here are not quite right. Something plain like this could work as well too, or this. And my mom loves to read, so if I'm using a due date card on her engagement photo, that's okay. So that is one option. Let's take a look at what else I have here. So oh, this is pretty. So this is a little envelope that says cherish this day. And then there's a little blue piece behind it. So I like that. So I don't want to journal on the front of this because that writing would kind of, it'd be hard to see behind this. And then the other thing, gluing this down is going to be interesting if I do write on it because it's an envelope. But I do like the idea of that envelope. There's this little pocket, which I think works with the colors of this, but not my favorite. And I can always change this. You know, I have that option. I do love to cherish this day though. That's meaningful. This would probably be better if I didn't already have the blue paper behind it. I'm just gonna check and see what else I have here to work with this. My mom is also into birds, so that could work. That's a pretty tag. This is kind of a nice piece. So if maybe what I could do is just use this as kind of an embellishment. Thanks, Deborah. It's Creative Memories, just in case you missed that. This works really well with this, so I think I'll keep that piece out. This is Flourish, yeah, that's where these all came from. So older, definitely older collection. Okay, so I'm really liking the idea of using this just as an embellishment and cutting things around that. Ooh, this is kind of cool. So, like I have that flower and that, well, that green is a little bit different, but we'll make that work. There's this blue flower as well, which really matches really well with the blues in here. So that's a thought, and I have a lot of blue flowers in here. There's an aqua one that matches that. Don't have a lot of that, the green that's in here. And then there's some gold, so that, oh wait, we're not gonna use this. I think we're gonna take that and not use that. I have gold leaves, gold glitter leaves, some more blue from Maggie Holmes. Okay, I think we have a good start here to embellishing. There's also some just vellum and that kind of thing. So I tend to try to keep my flowers together. I actually don't have that many left. Well, I know that looks like not like a lot to you, but it doesn't feel like a lot to me. I'm just gonna look and see if this would work. against that. Yeah, I think that would work too. So, but I have them right here. I'll put them to my left there. So let's take this and kind of decide what I'm going to do here. So I think what I'm going to do now is just tuck this envelope in, because that really truly I am going to use just as an embellishment and not worry about it. And I just like the fact that it's vellum and it looks vintage. So that's pretty, well, if I use this behind here though, that would work. And this piece in here is aqua. So that's nice. Just trying to decide how we're going to get that in there. We want to do a little blue here. Oh, and I could use this too. Oh, I like that idea even more, because that pulls in some of that background color. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get this down. We'll just kind of do that. And then this one, maybe we can pop up. Oh, I do want to make sure that I am not, oops, I was going to say that I'm not, covering words there. And then the other question I have here, well, that's okay. There's this like dark blue piece there, leaf kind of thing, but I think that's okay on this one. The reason I'm doing this first is because then I can decide how big I want this and this to be, or if I even want them to be. And then I'm thinking here we're going to pop that up. This needs to come down now. I'm gonna just glue that. This little edge needs to be glued too. All right. So then I'll grab my foam tape here and just add this in. And I have those hearts. I'm still thinking about those because I do have another blue flower up here. The question is I like this blue, but will that blue and that blue kind of clash if I try to embellish them together? We'll see. And I do have this smaller blue one too, and all this gold. So I could always add little gold leaves in and stuff like that. But I think I want to get this on here first because that's going to help me decide how far I cut over here. And I'm going to start out by cutting just beyond this line, about that much space right here. I may decide that I want to actually pull this up and cut under it so that it overlaps something, but we'll see. Another paper. Okay, so we have that there then, and I'm going to cut this cut apart up. This is a Maggie Holmes cut apart, but I don't know which collection. Because this is where then I can journal. And I'm thinking up here. Oh, so this gold one unfortunately has a lot of, there's pink behind it, so I can't use that one. Just looking to see, do I have anything else in here? Like, that would be nice if I had more of that yellow. That's the pink, so that doesn't really work. I don't want to, I could, but I don't want to bring the pink in. There's that. This is, okay, so here's the thing. I don't want to mix these flowers and these flowers because this is photo real and these are not. So this as well too, is that they've taken a picture of an actual flower. Okay, so gold leaf though, so maybe I should think about adding, there's a gold leaf there too. So I could layer somehow to get this gold and bring it up here underneath that is what I'm thinking about doing. Okay, I also have these yellow flowers, but they're so different than these. I don't think I want to do that. And just looking through what I've got. I have lots of leaves, that's for sure. Okay, and I think this brings in the pink. Now I could hide that with lots of different things, but okay, so not these. Let's see how we can make this work. We're gonna pull that up there. I could do that to sort of bring in this, and then where's my little, like this could come down here, and then what I'm thinking is maybe we layer in some leaves. Now the question is, do I want to do these sparkly ones? Because I do have these hearts I was thinking about using. And the more I see this, this is a little bit too solid. So I'm thinking maybe I just grab a gold leaf here. My other option is to bring in these. But I kind of like these. I don't know why, but I just like them. So we'll add this in. And apparently now I'm not going to cut this like closer here so this overlaps, because I've just put that on there. But this is overlapping, so I've touched flowers, I've touched this blue paper, and then I've touched the bee paper there. So I'm pretty good with that. So when you layer, you want to touch as many different layers as you can of whatever you're doing, because that will help bring everything together. The other thing I can do is put this here somehow. So I'm thinking, let's get this down, and then I can play with what I do with up here. And I still have paper layers I can do behind here, because I still have like that. Although I'm not liking that as much now. I like this directly on there. Let's see what I think about this layer. Maybe we'll just play. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the other layers off now, because I like the greens in here. This is distracting from all the other greens. To my eye. Again, always, always, always to my eye. I do have some photo corners too that I could use if I wanted to. There's a little bit of space up there. What I'm thinking I could do is just do engaged in some sort of gold letter sticker up there. So that's my next thought here. All right, so this I'm going to justify more to the right down here. And then I think just like that. And maybe this gets popped up as well. I do still have these word stickers too. I shouldn't forget those, because I might be able to use those somewhere too. This is what I love about my giant roll of foam tape. You can just cut it to whatever size you need it. Kind of do that. I think I wasn't with you Friday 2 weeks ago because I was scrapbooking with a really good friend, and then last week I had a 4-day continuing ed class, so I wasn't able to be with you then. I will not be here next Friday either, because I have 4 little M's, aka my grandkids, coming to stay with me overnight. All 4 of them, because Grandma is crazy and we just have such a good time. How could I not? I'm going to cover that 108. And then just add that in there. So I like the fact that this and that are popped up. And pull that up a little bit. Okay. So then this here, and I think I'm done with the, I don't think I'm going to use these blue flowers. As much as I love them, if I hadn't done this in blue, they would have looked great, but I did that in blue, so they're not great. I could pop that up there, but again, I think it's blending in too much for my liking. And then I had all those stickers from Creative Memories, but I think those aren't working as well now because I've used the Maggie Holmes crepe paper flowers, both of those. But I do still have these photo corners. I don't know that I want to use them. I could pop those maybe here. Let's see. How does that look? I do like that green, kind of pulling in the more springy green. This needs to offset just a little bit because of the circle in here. And I will usually do that with my photo corners. I like them offset just a little bit. And that's more than a little bit. Okay, so I'm liking that. I think down here, I do think I want to do some gold letter stickers that say engaged. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm gonna play with this because there's nothing gonna go atop there. Let me see if I have any sparkly gold letter stickers. And then we'll see if I can do anything with these pieces that I pulled and that piece. Those heart pieces as well. I have lots of sparkly gold. I don't know if I have them small enough. Well, maybe. We'll see. These may not be. Let's see what we can do. I have, so this is Happy, which I think is a Maggie Holmes. Now I'm going to put this G right over the top because there's no reason for me to have to use this. Open that, that's what I meant. So I'm not going to like this if I do this, because that D's hanging off, and engage just doesn't seem right to me. So, future, wedding, just trying to brainstorm if you have any good, oh, I could do the year they were engaged. Maybe that's what I'll do. I think that's what I'm going to do. There we go. That works, and then I'll talk about the engagement up there, so that'll be good. And I will use probably, if I can find it, I have a, here we go. I have a, now I can't remember the name of this pen. It's a, oh, Uniball Signo gold pen. So I'll use that to write up in there. If I need to, I can move this, that over. All right, so got fresh start I can pop in there. This happy. This happy might be nice because there's a lot of that green. Just kind of trying to figure, oh, there. Maybe right over that. There we go. And I don't know, let's see, we've got this yellow. So I like the idea of the memories, although not my memories, my parents'. And then I'm just going to see if I can tuck this somewhere. Fresh start sounds like they're starting over, and that's not it. They were starting a life together. I don't want to cover this blue edge up. Ooh, I can make the blissful sit there. So then I have 3 areas of that. Now the question is, do I want to add these hearts in? And I actually think the hearts on this page take away from the glitter hearts. So I'm gonna pop this back on here, and then those hearts will live to see another day, because I think it's just a little bit too much here. I could do some sort of enamel dot, so I think I'm going to look at that. And I replenished my Altenew enamel dots. I went to scrapbook.com in case anybody is wondering where you can get them. I was really running low. They have a green that I really like for stuff like this. And I think I'm going to use the darker green, just so you can see it. Anyway, I replenished all my colors because I was running quite low. I still have enamel dots, but they're like one-offs. So, and now that I'm looking at this, I wonder if I could use, this is where I use the hearts, is Altenew has stars and hearts on their enamel dot sheets. And there's more than one size. That's the other thing to know. So I think I'll do that. Just not a lot of them, one in each area, so you can see it. I'm trying to think, do I want one going here, or do I want it up here? I think up there because you can see it. All right, so I actually didn't need the other sheet, but there's 3 more in the same color on the other one. So I may have bought quite a few of these. This is Tropical Forest. And when I start getting a sheet down, I'll mix them in with a sheet that's full, just because that makes it easier for me to keep track of them. Okay, so I think that's good. A little bit of enamel dots there, the word stickers, and I love the way that looks. I will have to photograph this. I will photograph it anyway because I put them up on Flickr. I'm Kelly O'Black on Flickr if you ever want to see my layouts. And also I do a cherry on top in scrapbook.com. But I'll photograph this and send it to my mom because she gave this to me. Yeah, like I said, it's been a while. I was going to say, I think it actually is more than 2 years ago because she was home when she gave it to me, and she hadn't been home in a while because of COVID. So she didn't want to be flying around. All right, so that's that layout. Loving how that turned out. I'm going to put my little gold pen there because I will use that. And then you know what I have to do, right? If I'm doing another one, I have to throw my stuff on the floor. Because I don't have any room up here. So let me just kind of toss this on the floor in a sort of organized fashion so I don't completely lose like collections and loose stuff. So hang on a second. I do have a second photo, and we're gonna do something different. So there's that really beautiful floral Victorian sort of layout. And then, since we're scrapbooking tonight, I thought I'd scrapbook a picture about scrapbooking, because why not, right? And I don't have a date for this, but this was, let's see. This was, I can figure out when this is. It was October, no, it was, oh goodness, March. I'll have to look this one up. I don't remember when I did this. I think I actually, you know what? I know when this was. This was March of this year, because it was the first time I'd been back at a weekend crop. So that was exciting. So that's why I scrapbooked that. Okay, or took a picture of that. So I have this lovely collection from Doodlebug here. And that is the Cute and Crafty collection. It is a couple years old, but definitely can still use it. And I liked, this is not Doodlebug, none of this is Doodlebug, but except actually that I think no, that's actually Bella Boulevard. Anyway, I thought the colors worked really well with the Doodlebug Cute and Crafty. And this, My Happy Place, needs to go on here, because I always say that when I'm scrapbooking at a retreat. And then there's this Happy Thoughts. So this would be a cool thing to journal about, because it is my first one back. So I think I'm going to just cut that off, because that can be the basis of my layout. So isn't that kind of fun? I found a cut apart. This is again Cute and Crafty. This is so I just cut it off. This is the Happy Thoughts paper. And then what I think I'm going to do is figure out somehow to do that. And I know there's lots of camera icons in this collection. So because I was taking a photo, and I usually take this photo kind of anyway, of me scrapbooking. There's all sorts of fun little icons in here. And these odds and ends from Doodlebug are like huge. There's so many pieces in these things. So I'm just gonna pop mine out there. Little photos, icon is cute. I'm looking, there's a camera. I don't know if I've used it or not. That would be cute too. And that probably goes a little bit better. Like the Instamatic, I can't think of the name. That's kind of fun too, because it's your cup. And I do take my cup off my desk when I scrapbook. I try to, when I go to retreats, I try to do as many things as normal, like in the same places as I do at home. I mean, look at this. They have an odds and ends die cut. Horrible self-promotion, but still. Too cute. And they've got the tape and, oh my gosh, the floss. All sorts of darlingness. I do have, if I can't find a camera, I do have some LE Studio camera things. Oh, chips, pretzels. Yes, we scrapbook with those. Albums. So many fun things here. Glue, paper clips, a credit card. They even have a Doodlebug logo. I have to send that to a friend of mine, or give that to a friend of mine, because that would totally be her. Okay. Just kind of looking to see what might work here. I like the green, to pull out that green there. Like I said, this is crazy how much stuff they had. Wait, I think I'm actually getting, look, they have like a die cut machine. Too cute. There's the camera I was looking for. Ooh, they also have that bag, and I do that. I take a bag when I'm there. Look, there's paper, a trimmer. That would be cute. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see this as I'm like, that's appropriate. There's a mat. So that's a car loaded with stuff. Yeah. I'm a girl who does not know how to pack. Here's one that says lots of fun. So I think I might try that. Okay, I'm going to shift all that stuff over there because I think I have plenty to go with. Now, I often take this photo, by the way, of my wine with a layout at some point. And no, I did not keep that wine on there. And I'm not going to say I've never spilt because, you know, then that's just asking for trouble the next time I scrapbook. So, all right, so lots of different icons and things that I can use here. Pulling in colors and, you know, that kind of stuff. Like there's paint and all that kind of stuff. So if I need more colors, or like to bring in more blue, that kind of stuff, I can do that with embellishments and stickers too, because I have the stickers. But I do have that one sticker to use, and then I have these stickers too. So lots of things I can do here. So I'm going to just set this aside. The other thing is, if some of these are too big, if you buy the sticker sheets, they usually do them a little bit smaller. So that's what's going on here. So, ooh, Eat, Sleep, Craft, Repeat would be cute for this too. But I think this is so big that this one would be pretty big too. So I think, ooh, it says drinks though. There's a little sticker that says drinks. And Live, Love, Create would be good. Sorry about that, guys. So, well, that's a good start. We'll add those in. Apparently I'm in a mood to use word and phrase stickers tonight. So let's get these guys over. I have this if I need a little camera icon here, tape, that kind of stuff. So I have all this great stuff, but I don't have any paper yet. I'll fix that. It's right next to me here. Just have to find it. There it is. Okay, so this is what we're kind of dealing with for colors. You know, these paint splashes are kind of cute. The one thing is I think that's hard to read on that pattern paper. Woo! And this is cute, but I think that pink on there would not be cute. Although, look at that. That's pretty. Then I found this. It says crafting, making memories, all that kind of stuff. I think I need to use that paper because that's what this weekend is all about, is hanging out with friends. So, oh, Glenda, sure, no problem. So the collection is Doodlebug, Cute and Crafty. I think it was last year, but I have seen it in places. Cute and Crafty. Yeah, it is from last year, so you might be able to still get it. Sorry about that. So this paper is the Happy Thoughts paper, which is where that came from as well. So, okay, definitely we're going to do this. Now I need to figure out, like, what I need something here to pop that photo off. And all those Doodlebug Petite prints I have would match that. So let me grab some greens from there and see if I can find one that works, where I don't have to, like, cut into. This is going to be the one time I'm not going to have any. Ah, no, look at that. I knew I would have some. And then I could also, I like that actually. So maybe what I do is I cut out the center so that I can repeat the green here. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do with this. So this one is Doodlebug Petite Prints in Limeade Gingham Linen. Those faux solids I love. And then I'm going to need to cut off something. So let me see what my measurement is if I cut like a row off. Maybe a row off the top and bottom. This is a little harder. So this is the, oh yeah, I told you guys that, the Happy Thoughts paper. I'm going to cut that row off the top and then we'll see what the measurement is. So I am 3/8 of an inch. So 11 3/8 is where this is sitting now. Okay. And then Glenda, the embellishments too, I just saw that is Cute and Crafty too. They're all from that same collection from Doodlebug. It's so darn cute. When that came out, I pounced on it right away because I knew I was going to want to use it. Okay, so then thinking here and here, and now my trimmer is a platform trimmer, so I have the Caterpillar Pro, which means I can't cut paper with it. So I keep my original, many years ago, Fiskars trimmer, and the reason I don't use this, stopped using it, is it's not very accurate anymore. So I can always, if I think it's not accurate, I can always trim stuff up once I do this on my actual platform trimmer. Hey Tammy, nice to see you. Glenda, did I get all of your questions answered too? Sometimes I get carried away with what I'm doing, and even though I'm talking to you, forget that I have to look. So hey Susan. Okay. So there's the trusty old Fiskars trimmer. Oh my gosh, that thing. I started scrapbooking in, like I do now. I have scrapbooks from my entire life, but in 2000, let me think, 2004. Yeah. So that goes back to that time frame. That's almost a 20-year-old trimmer, you guys. That's crazy. Okay. So there's that. And then my thought is that this comes in here. And that goes there. I'll probably trim this up a little bit. And then we bring the My Happy Place piece either up or down. I think opposite. So, and I'm just adding, I'm gonna mount this right on the edge of this so it'll make life easier for me. That's what I didn't want to do, because if you stick them to the mat, they're hard to get off. Then I can trim this up a little bit up there so that it's about the same top to bottom there. Okay, glad I did, Glenda. Just yell out, you know, Kelly, pay attention to me. You're not looking. still playing around now that I have those measurements kind of where I want them. I probably do want this a little bit bigger here, like wider here, or this is going to look like it's falling off. So the other thing I'm going to make sure is that wherever that bottom is, that this sticker bottom and that bottom are not the same. Okay, so that's good so far. I'm going to now glue this down. I feel pretty comfortable with where things are landing, and I'm just doing it on the inside so that I can play around if I need to. I'm thinking maybe some embellishments to cover that up. We'll see. And I don't need to do a title here because my title is right there. So that's nice. Maybe there. Okay. So what do I have to play with here? I think that would be nice because that would get that going vertical a little bit. Again, I have to remember I have stickers here too to use. I'll pull my sticker sheet back out. But I like the idea of this getting a little bit more vertical on this side. Obviously, it's very vertical on the other side. Grab my 2 sticker sheets here. Okay, and maybe I need to just put this down. It's kind of fun to be, after I use that really beautiful, more old-fashioned paper on the other one, old-fashioned, Victorian-looking floral paper. It's kind of fun to go something so bright and kind of cheery, and not that that other paper wasn't beautiful. I'm going to be careful about sticking that down fully until I feel like I have this down. Not loving that photo. I like the idea of that photo piece, but not. So that's kind of nice there. That fills up that space. I could also come in there with a little bit of like washi or something too. Let's get this down. So now I have my supplies and my photos here represented. I think that's good. Let's see if I can find. Oh, I did like this, but I don't know that that's going to work. I think that's probably not going to work. I do have this piece. That feels really big. And then here's my car as well. It's covering that up. So let's go to the smaller things here. So I have this. And that I could do a, I could pop that up. Let's see, what does this camera look like in here? Yes, no, or do I like that? Just sitting there with a little gap around it. I think I actually like the gaps. So I am going to pop this one up though. So this is a sticker. So I'm just going to take it and put it on the shirt I'm wearing to try to take some of the sticky off of it. I wasn't going to show you that. You didn't need to see that. All right, so then clip that. And then I'll just do that. Okay, maybe another one up here. Okay. Don't want, oh. My Live, Love, Create is sticking. That's what my Cricut tool is for. that's kind of cute, but I think I'll wait. Okay, let's get these on, and then we'll see if there's any more embellishments or stickers that I think need to go on here. Oh, thanks, Deborah. Yeah, I do love how that layout turned out. I'll bring it back in case anybody missed it. I always do. Okay, so that's nice because that's kind of up a little bit. I do have this little camera here. He feels really big to me though. I do have a little version of him. Oh, I have a couple little versions. So I have that little version and I have this little version. Maybe that could sit up there. I like that up there. The die cuts tend to be bigger. I do love this. I wish I could get my trimmer on, you know, this trimmer on here, but I think that's gonna blend into everything too much, so I'm not gonna do that. Here's the glue. Just trying to see if I need anything else. I think it's starting to get really too much over here, so I'll leave that alone. Maybe something up, oh, I could do something up here too. I think if I do that, I like it up here because it's making the diagonal there. This one I'm going to pop up too and see if I can find something to go underneath that. I do have that, the little paper stuff, little paper pieces from this collection. So let me see if that works maybe. Okay. So that guy up there, how would these guys look under here? Kind of gives the camera a place to rest. Now, the one thing I'm being really careful of is that I don't like seeing that like little gap there. And that pink and pink match, but I think it's okay. It's just so silly how the paper has faces. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll be good. That'll be like a little cluster base for the cluster, which right now is the camera. And I'm gonna pull this pink away from this one just a little bit. I'm playing with an edge here. The edges are really close. Okay, so we have that. Kind of, let's see. I have the happy place thing, so I've got that down. Maybe a smaller scissors. I've got a scissors on this. I do have the scissors down in the bag too, I have to remember that. I don't like seeing that white. I need a cocktail on here. I don't think they have any cocktails. I might scrapbook with wine when I'm at these events usually. Well, once it's gone past, you know, a reasonable time anyway. Okay, so we have that one, and I think I like that. Then I'm gonna, oh, I do have these. I wanted to think about adding these in. That Live, Love, Create is cute. It's a little wide though, so I'm just gonna cut this and make it work for me. I used to be afraid to like cut things, and that was a few years ago. What I think I'll do is add that just down here, that Live, Love, Create. I actually have a t-shirt that says that. So there's one that says drinks. There's another one here that says girlfriends, maybe? Yeah, girlfriends. So let me see if I can get that to work somewhere. Yeah, this will work up here. I think I like that better than down here, maybe? Oh, maybe not. Hang on. Okay, this still needs to be shortened a little bit so it doesn't go across that whole width down here. Girlfriends. Let's see. I might be able to sneak another one. I'm just pulling these. This is the this and that sticker sheet. Okay, so I have my happy place down here. Maker's gonna make memories. That sounds good. Actually, if I can get girlfriends and memories to swap, I think I'll like that better because this is very pink here. And it matches so much with that one. Yeah, I like this a little bit better. Memories can go down here. I'm gonna cut this one just a little bit too. I'm worried, not worried. There's other things to worry about, like, you know, famine and that kind of stuff, but I don't want it going all the way across this opening of this green here. There we go. Okay, so now I like the way that I have this spread across a little bit. That's kind of fun. And then there is another camera on here. I'm gonna see about popping that camera down here on this corner to see if I like it. I think I'm starting to lose my photo if I do that, so I'm going to leave that. It is, and now this photo is not really all that important, like it's not a vintage heritage thing, but I do still like to keep in mind that I'm telling stories, but I also want to see the photo. So I'm going to leave that as it is. Now, I just wanted to see, there are some enamel pieces here, like the little buttons that they use. So let me see if I can pop some of these around as little, instead of using an enamel dot, that's what I'm going to use instead. Orange there, maybe this one here, and then maybe a little pink one there near that guy. All right, so we used up those little pieces there. These are cute. Doodlebug, I mean, how cute. It has faces on it. It's crafting supplies with faces. Okay. So I think that's good. And then I'll journal my thoughts about what it felt like to be back in person again at a craft retreat. Oh my gosh. I wanted to cry when I sat down and started scrapbooking. It was so wonderful and so lovely to be back again. All right, so there's that. I'm laughing privately here, you guys, because obviously I have to keep something up so I can see what's going on. So I use my iPad, and I just got a note from my boyfriend checking in to see how we usually do date days on Saturday if I wanted to have coffee in the morning. he knows I'm live with you guys till like about 8, you know, between 7 and 8:30. I always tell him. So anyway, that's nice that he wants to see me, right? Anyway, so there's the Doodlebug one. Oh my gosh, I love this. So 2 really, really different layouts tonight, but I love them both. So for those of you who joined us a little bit later, this is mostly Creative Memories. Well, it's Creative Memories paper and stickers, and then the Maggie Holmes floral pieces and that journaling block there. And then this piece as well too, some Altenew enamel hearts. And then cute, so this was a National Scrapbook Day collection, and then this is the Doodlebug Cute and Crafty collection there. So two, like I said, two totally different layouts, but I love them both so much, and I can hardly wait to photograph this one and send it to my mom to show her what I did with her engagement announcement. I mean, how fun is that? And it's right now it is 60 years old because my parents were engaged in May of 1962. So how cool is that? So, all right, you guys, I will not be live next weekend because, next weekend because I have the 4Ms. I always laugh. Pray for me because they're staying overnight with me. But really, seriously, I love having all 4 of them together. And then the following weekend is Labor Day weekend, and I'm hoping, I don't know right now what plans are for Friday for sure, but I will be around for the weekend, so I intend to go live at some point on Labor Day weekend. So you can always hit the notification button if you want to know that. I'll try to do it on Friday night, but we'll see what happens. I'm not always sure. So thank you so much, Susan. Thanks, Nancy. Thank you all for joining me. So, oh, and I just thought, Sharon, I missed your comment here. So, yes, those letters. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. You were talking about the love letters. So we were talking about earlier about how I had not just my mom's engagement announcement, but the love letters as well, too. So anyway, thanks so much, you guys. Go forth and scrapbook, right? And I feel a heck of a lot better because I haven't scrapbooked in 2 weeks, and that starts to make me crazy if I haven't. So take care, you guys. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.